Hello everybody and welcome back to Sparta. We left off last episode just going over a lot of the basics of starting up the game, and we managed to declare war on our neighbor here, Messenia. They all three of their cities are inside my primary state here, my capital state. We've actually done pretty good really good on rolls on the siege so far. In the MP I did over the last weekend with Paradox, I ran into a lot of bugs with sieges, but it looks like we're doing good so far. Well, let's see how this goes. We could actually finish it in this month. Wow. Wait. 14% chance would have been a 14 or a 13. Shouldn't that have finished it? Is it Oh well. Not a big deal. Well, it'll be a big deal if we sit here for ages. Because a roll of 20 or greater should be a surrender. Well, that's what it says on here. Oh, we're fighting a battle. I was like, wait, why was there no roll? I was staring at that. I wasn't paying attention to the combat that was going on. Well, victorious. About even on the casualties. It probably went under the prerequisite number of troops. Okay, we got the Olympic Games being held. Once more, the renowned Olympic Games are due to occur in the city of Olympia. The traditions surrounding the games are ancient, reputedly dating back to the days of mighty Heracles himself. They are an occasion in which all Greece rejoices. So what's nice is if you take... I think it's right here. No, that's not it. Anywho, if you take the city that it's held in, then you actually get a bonus with like all Greeks in the region, and when you get that opinion bonus with them, a lot of times they throw money at you, which is great. It's their custom to send the proudest, most able young man of Sparta to compete on our behalf. We believe we have found two ideal candidates: a stout fellow by the name of Seleucus, surprising old men who calls themselves Hyperides. I'm gonna go with that. The old guy seems like he's terrible. 2014 with no money, no providence, no popularity. We're gonna send the young man. Ellis. This looks like it's being held here. Yeah, unfortunately, we are not going to be... Oh, wow, they just came right back in on me with no morale. And got stack wiped. Okay, this is unfortunate. I'm gonna need to actually just recruit in, because these guys won't, we're just gonna do one more of light. They won't, replenish while they're on a siege, but if I leave the siege to replenish, I get rid of all of the siege progress I've made, which is all of it. I'm basically right at the end of the siege, so what I'm gonna do is recruit in one more stack of guys. And we're gonna go. We have even though we stack wiped them, we didn't get us very much war score at all. I've only counted one battle though. Yeah, so they got -10. We're at -10 from them controlling it still, and then +7 from the battle. Kind of balanced out there. Are you moving? Slowly. Oh, they did. Interesting. I didn't think they did. Oh well. Well, color me wrong. A petitioner approaches. Strapping young adult by the name of Hermachos approached our Oh God, I never say this right. Basilius. I always say it wrong the first time. Basilius. In a hushed voice, he spoke of a vision of the near future. Found by his loved ones, having been killed under mysterious circumstances. With shaking hands, he offered all his worldly goods to us in return for our protection. I'm gonna take the cash. I need it. I need it! Alright. So I guess we're gonna have an extra 1,000 guys here. Not a big deal. Come on, finish this siege early. Yeah, yeah, see, this is the bug that that I found before, of sieges not completing correctly. Dice roll of 20 or higher should have done it. 21. So, This is exactly what I had issue with before. Oh, looks like we lost. The Olympics have come to an end with much rejoicing and celebration. The highlights of this year's games were during the final race of this Olympiad. The, oh god. Hoplodromos, in which the competitors endured a full lap of the stadium clad in full body armor. So this guy finished, across the finishing line a good hour after the race began, having stopped to flirt our... Oh, wait, was that our guy? To stop and flirting with a group of giggling maidens. Overall, the victor was declared to be... Yeah, this guy over here. First-time winner. So he gains a little popularity. I hope this doesn't take long, because considering it doesn't calculate correctly, it's hard to know when a siege is going to... when you're ever going to finish a siege, considering it doesn't calculate correctly. I really hope they fix this soon, because it's really frustrating. Seven, defenders desert. Well, it was 7 plus 11, so that was 18. That was defenders desert. Either some I don't know what exactly is up with it, but it just doesn't calculate correctly. All right, so we're gonna speed this up. Last time I had to sit on this for 18 months at 42%. Oh, my son falls ill. Perhaps if he is wealthy enough, he seek treatment of his own volition. He gains an infection. It's health minus 0.2 every tick. Oh, this is gonna be painful. This is gonna be painful. I sat on this for so long in the multiplayer. And they're recruiting up another, army. That was a natural one. Alright, let's speed 5 this. Oh, alright. Speed 5 seemed to have worked. I have no idea what I rolled on that last one. Another child has been born. We have won the siege. 501 days, controls a province. We gain 1.5 popularity. 2 pops were captured and have been distributed as slaves. 1 to Sparta, and 1 died. Okay, so we got 1 slave pop over here in Sparta. There's already Peloponnese and Hellenic, which is great. Let's see. Arius and his led his men to glorious victory during the siege of Messenia. The enemy flee in disgrace, and all that is left is to decide on how to treat the residents within. Needless to say, the spoils of war are likely to cause those back at Sparta to admire Arius greatly, but leaving such wealth in the hands of one man can cause problems in the future. Let the looting be gentle, gain popularity and a little bit of ducats. Let the men roam free, gain popularity, gain some ducats, and 2 pops are killed. But we want to... This is a kind of a low pop area anyway, and we don't want them dead. None shall hide. I'm going to go with the gentle one. And then we're going to stack wipe their army. Get that back on speed 3. I'm on phalanx, he's on shock, which works well for me. And stack wiped. Captured a general. Let's take this last province here and then see if we can peace out and grab everything. I'm going to take an invention again. Let's pause it. Starting experience, military tech investment, national commerce income, taxes, tribesmen. I think we're going to go with commerce income. Try to get the economy going a little bit. We make more from taxes. Maybe we should have... I should have checked first. That would have been a better choice. But it's a stacking modifier, so it'll help out in the long run just the same. Just a little bit less effective in the short run. Get a little bit of war score there. Okay. Now, I think we should be able to full annex them without a problem. Yep. Grab all their money, too. That's what I wanted. All right. All right, we got it. Excellent. Sparta's growing larger. We're definitely going to want to make sure... Yeah, supply limit 24, so we're going to hang out there. You can see a couple of my cohorts have become loyal, which means they cannot be split off from this general. All right, the Messenian elite. After protracted conquest, we have finally routed the Messenian armies and laid waste to their lands. During the sacking of their capital, many important prisoners were taken, many of them being previously held important positions in the Messenian Senate. They now languish in our dungeons, awaiting whatever fate we decide to impose upon them. They deserve no quarter. They'll be put to death to the cheering crowds, gain some popularity. Banish those of class, put the rest to the sword. Lose some aggressive expansion, which is already really low. Prison the losers, the rest disappear. Important characters will be imprisoned in Sparta, lose popularity. Pass judgment individually. I think we're going to do this. We're going to take the aggressive expansion hit there. Help us out a little bit. And we are missing a researcher. He must have died. You can see that with nobody assigned, the speed is much worse. Alright, so we're going to make sure... This is the oratory guy, so we want to pick someone with high oratory. There we go. Excellent. It's a good start. It's a much better start than I did in the multiplayer. Much better start. So what trade resources do we get? We got our hands on some olives, some wine, and some fish. So we didn't have fish before, so that means we get the pop growth. That gives us an extra wine, which gives us local freeman happiness plus another percentage point. And olives, so that's local slave happiness too. So that's great for the state. And the next on the list, the limiting factor here for me right now, in terms of gathering up the Peloponnese, is going to be oratory power points. And this bugs me that we have 5 of these. So we're going to recruit one more to get an even number. And because we're going to be going to war, as soon as we can get up to 180, we're going to war again. I'm going to just hold the army at its, what's it called right now? At its morale level. But we do have an option to build a building. We have 100 ducats. So we can go to Sparta. We have 3 of 4 buildings built already, so that leaves us 1 extra we can do. So each marketplace increases tax, commerce, and civilization level. Training camp increases manpower. Fortresses, a fort. And each granary gives you the benefit of population growth and slave happiness. Sparta produces a lot of grain. Grain is important. I think we're going to go with... we got a lot of citizens. Yeah, we're going to go with tax. We're going to go ahead and do that. That'll help us out. That was a nice start for me. I only had to fight one guy. His ally couldn't get to me, so I didn't need to worry about him. One thing I've noticed about this game is it is really, really, really easy to grab land in terms of peace deals. You don't need to get to 100% to annex someone, which I think is interesting. I feel like the peace deals could use a little bit of work, but that's okay. It's easy to grab land. Sometimes it'd be very hard to hold on to it, though. For me, it shouldn't be a problem, because this is all going to be, like, I'm still 94% Peloponnesian and 94% Hellenic, which means I didn't grab any pops of different cultures or anything. Oh, actually, we got one. We did grab one. You know what we're going to go ahead and do is, we're going to go ahead and convert these pops. Because we've got some religious power sitting around. I think that's all of them. Yep, that was all of them. So now if we look, we're at 100% Hellenic. And we are at 94% Peloponnesian. One of these days, what I can do is maybe set the governor to convert, and he'll convert them for me. So we can do that here. It costs power points to do that, though. I thought it did. I could have sworn it cost some oratory power points. So that would be cultural assimilation. I've actually asked Paradox if they could change this tooltip for us, because it's easy when you're working in a microcosm like this and you know, like, you've only got a couple cities you're working with and you kind of know what's what. But when you've got a lot of provinces and you've got dozens or hundreds of cities, it can be really hard to figure out without some, like, more pop management screens, where you might want to put a cultural assimilation, where you might want to put a religious conversion. So right now, the tooltip tells you how many pops he's converted. I would like it. I asked if it could be changed to how many pops is possible to be converted, because then what you can do is when you can go to your provinces, you know, you go to screen, hit this. Sorry, go to screen, hit this. Maybe you could look at one and be like, oh, 0, nobody here needs to be converted, I don't need this. Nobody here needs to be converted, I don't need this here. Go to a different one and it might say, you can say, oh, there's 58 pops here that need to be assimilated that out of 70 or something like that. I could really use a cultural assimilation there. Well, like I said, this is pre-release, this is hot code, so there could very well be changes by the time we start. So Ellis would like an alliance. I'm going to go ahead and accept that for now, because I don't have any friends. I do have a defensive league, but I don't have any friends yet. Megapolis is something I need on my side. And he's only allied with that guy. So I think that's where we would go next. Here, let's go back to Sparta. Megapolis would be the capital if I convert tag shift to Arcadia. So Megadoodalus is definitely going to be the next thing on my list, I think. And I would also be able to grab this one, which is required. See, we got 8 pops here. Got 8, 9, 10 here, so 18 pops, not that much. We just created a marketplace. Balance isn't great, but I mean, we're basically breaking even with the military up. It could be worse. Let's give this a pause. We are going to go ahead and fabricate a claim on Gaia. And we have to wait a month. And it should just be those two. They're adjacent, so they'll be really easy to deal with. Oh, wow. March 15th. Perfect. Pirates ahoy! A messenger has been sent by Whoozits to other Whoozits. A fleet of pirates has attacked the port, and it does not look like they are going to let up anytime soon. He asks for aid immediately to put an end to this. Some of our advisors at court are suggesting making a more permanent change to our laws to make sure this problem will not resurface in a couple of years. Institutes anti-piracy edict. He can deal with it. Lose military power points, and he becomes more prominent and more popular. Or just ignore it. So what it's saying is, I think it's showing, it would be switching this one to this one. You know what? I'm actually okay with that. Because that would, it's cheaper than changing the law manually, and it circumvents the requirements. And it means I won't have any pirates spawning in my shore anymore. Okay. Oh, and it's time for an invention. All right, what do we got? Omen power is a good one. Tribesman output and tax. Yeah, we'll do the tax one this time. National tax modifier. Economy. Yeah, put us in the positive. All right. Oh, and March went by. There were. Oh, they got another. Well, that's okay. They got another one on their side in that time, but that's okay. I'm not going to bother calling in any allies because I'll be okay. And then we're just going to march in there. Stack wipe those 3. They're all small, minor city-states, so I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. The only issue is that they're all OPMs, which means I have to siege down each one if I want to take them. He's imprisoned in Sparta. Commander of the First Stratos. And I shouldn't be able to, yeah, that's blocked movement there. Supply limit of 19 with a weight of 10, so we're only going to take the attrition from the siege. Not a big deal. And this one theoretically should be easier because it doesn't have sea access. Just gonna, whenever anybody asks me if they can walk through my land, unless I have a vested interest in it, my normal answer is no. No, you may not. Alright, so let's speed this up because we're just doing a siege. Fort level 2, capital city plus a level of fortress. For level, I think each fort level requires 5,000 men. So a level 1 is 5, level 2 is 10, I'm pretty sure. Oh, we rolled a 1. That's just great. Oh, and they attacked. Oh, but we slaughtered them. Well, I mean, they only took a little bit more casualties than me. And it looks like this guy's sending his army down now. Hopefully we can get through this siege fast, because we don't want them being able to take out any of our land, obviously. And together they have quite a force. But once this is sieged down, I could peace out for just that without it being a problem. Oh, they stole a pop. Oh, those jerks. I rolled another one. Of course I rolled another one. Of course I rolled another one. It's a 4. It's a 6. Hopefully we win this. Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh, yeah. That was 2-to-1 casualties on that one. We rolled a 1, but it went up somehow. Ooh. Oh, that's a tech up right there. National commerce income 2.5%. Monthly wages for each character down 1%. That saves money. Oh, we could call it omen too. That's a good idea. I'm gonna go blessing of Hades, tax modifier. Okay, so technology. Yeah, we're about to tech up on like everything. So now we have another run of 3 technologies or inventions available. So, and this is a great one right here. Capital import routes. That one's huge. Research point. Oh, they're so good. But all of these will cycle. So, like, I haven't taken any of these military ones. When I tech up here, these ones will cycle out, and the ones listed here will cycle in. But then when I pick one of those, one of these will cycle back. So they don't go away. They're just kind of like cycled into the back, and then they brought back to the top of the deck. All right, we're gonna the sacking of Megalopolis. We're gonna loot them gently again. And because I actually want this city, we're gonna go take that one too. City Council Sparta has taken upon themselves to free a sizable quantity of privately owned slaves. We could intervene if we think best, letting slaves get too comfortable. For freedom! Peloponnesian slave in Sparta become freemen. Or we gain a little bit of corruption and get some cash. Well, I don't have an issue with that. We'll let it happen. We're not anywhere close to being able to get enough slaves for another trade good right now, so it's okay. Now we got a level 2. We got a level 2 here as well. And I'm pretty sure we need that one for Arcadia. Oh, and was murdered in a vile plot at 62. He kind of sucked, though. Religious advances. Martial advances. Excellent. Oh, and because it cheapened our military traditions, we can go ahead and take our first Greek tradition. And I think I'm actually going to start going down this side to try to do this one. The Victor's Spoils enables raid portability and enslavement efficiency. I love that idea. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So now that gave us cohort starting experience of 10% and experience decay minus 15%. All right, we are missing someone here. Monarch's royal tutor oversees the education of the children of the ruler and important nobles in court. %, health. This guy looks a little bit better. Got a little bit better stats. So we'll go ahead and bring him in. There are character interactions in this, like in CK2, but they are on a more minor level. And there's our invention. And I'm going to go ahead and grab that capital import route. So now we can go to Sparta. And unfortunately, I think we need... We can't do it right now. We require... Okay, we need 25 civic power to be able to do that. So we need a little bit more civic, and then we can go ahead and get that trade route up. All right, so there's the army of this guy. Oh, this is... Argos is being sieged down by this guy. So did that bring Frisia into this? Yeah. They're involved. Oh, good luck, guys. Still got manpower in the bank. You definitely don't want to run out of manpower in this game if you can avoid it. So after this, because this is going to be several cities that I'm going to be... Well, I don't know if I can gobble this one yet, because I'm not going to be touching it. But we'll see. And if we're not taking any extra attrition here... No, we're not taking any attrition here. Supply limit 12. Weight of the first Stratos is 12. So we're only taking the attrition. And there's our oratory tech up. Oh, shoot. But look at this. Imminent battle. Huh. It's unclear which side will win. Still got 6,000 men, though. The other ones aren't moving. Oh, we just breached the walls. Are we both using phalanx this time? Ah, there we go. I've got a -3 to my rolls. That'll do it. I rolled a 0. Roll a 1. Rolled a 5 on that one. We're actually doing just fine. Yeah, we actually did just fine. You had 6,666 troops exactly. Interesting. I don't know if I can trust that guy. Making a deal with the devil. At least we breached the walls. That's nice. Let's see what do we get here. Oh, another good number. Excellent. Down here we got the assault buttons, but I'm not going to bother with that yet. Oh, assume control of siege. Huh, I didn't notice that was there before. I guess that could be useful if, like, allies are sieging something down. You can go ahead and transfer the siege to you, so you don't lose the land. That'd be great. Can't believe they stole one of my pops, jerks. It's not like I wanted to have done the same thing, and currently do the same thing. Okay, we can go ahead and do this now. So we have an extra trade route here. See, extra iron would be heavy infantry discipline. It's happiness, pop growth. I'm gonna go with that extra iron from Macedon. Make my heavy infantry more effective. Alright, we're at 42%. I've never seen it go higher than 42%. Like in EU4, you can get up into the 90s, depending on how good / bad you roll. But in this, I've never seen it go higher than 42. Let's speed this up again. Bountiful olives. Our men in Leuctron woke up to find large, massive olives unlike any they've ever seen before. The local priest declared a blessing of Athena. Some say it is even a show of preference to the rest of the world. Our high priest suggests building a small shrine to celebrate the goddess. Ooh. 100 religious power, which I have. No, it gives me, and then I spend a little bit of money, but I have the money. Gives me Sparta gets Olive Blessing, Omen Power and Duration for 10 years. And gets Wise Shrine for 5 years. Research points and... Yeah, sure. Yeah. Let's do it. Oh, there we go. We're going to be gentle on the siege again. 2 pops. One was transferred as slaves. 1 died. Can't get there. Can't get there. We might want to just peace out now and take what we can. Which is that. There we go. 2 interior cities. We're going to go with no quarter. And no quarter, get that popularity. And we're going to hang out here. And again, let's turn this down. Speed 3. If we look at our population overview, we're still 98% Hellenic and 93% Peloponnesian. So nearly everything we've been grabbing so far is the same culture and the same religion. meaning that these people aren't going to cause too much unrest, which is just great for me. We are starting to move off. You can see we're starting to move into a K here, so we're in a separate province. Let's go ahead and check out the demographics here. So the citizens are all homogenous. Freemen are all homogenous here. We've got a Jewish Hebrew. Jewish Hebrew. Slave. Peloponnesian Hellenic. Such small numbers. I think what we're just going to go ahead and do is convert. We'll just pay to convert. Got 4 Hebrew props here, 2 here. This is oratory points, and we're kind of low on that. So, you know what I'm going to go ahead and do? It's not a huge deal. Yeah, choosing a new policy is 50. There's only 2 there. It'll cost 40 to convert them. So, changing the policy would cost more than just converting them, assimilating these pops myself. So there we go. Alright, I think with that, we are going to end this episode right here. Let's see, we have gone from 63 on 4 cities to 107 on 10 cities. So far, so good. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you've been enjoying. Hit the little bell button to make sure you get notifications whenever a new Imperator Rome episode goes live, and I will see all of you next time.